Hi, I'm Doug Fash. I'm the chairman of the Greens and Grounds Committee. I'm here with Andy McMeekin, the director of golf, and Robert Anderson, the golf course superintendent. Since we've been closed with COVID-19 for over 30 days, we thought we'd get some answers to some frequently asked questions. I'm gonna start with Robert. Robert, we've been closed for 30 days. I know you've taken on some special projects on the golf course. It's taken on a whole new look. I think people are going to be really happy when they see the results, but tell me what you've been doing on the course.
Yeah, well, thanks, Doug. First off, we've had other departments, staff come to assist in golf course maintenance and grounds. Andy's staff has come out, several man hours that his staff has given my team, along with food and beverage. Unfortunately, without having golfers on the golf course, there are a few things that we haven't had to do on a daily basis. Mowing greens, we're still doing all the surfaces, still have to get mowed, the frequency still have to remain the same, but changing cups every day we don't have to do, raking traps every day we don't have to do. So there were some things that we saved on labor and time, but we took advantage of the closure by taking on several projects, one of which expanding the traps, getting them back to the original size, adding sand, scalping down the excessive growth in the bunker faces, which we were getting lots of complaints about, where the ball was hanging up. So we've addressed those issues, spent quite a bit of time and labor on our traps. We've moved from that to spraying weeds throughout the property, whether it be in the turf grass itself or in beds or landscape areas. We try to stay ahead of weed control in those areas. In addition to that, we've been able to vent the greens a couple different times with smaller tines and verticutting the greens, adding sand to them to keep them smooth and keep them ready and easily to get playable coming out of this closure. So with those projects and keeping up with all our regular maintenance, it's been almost normal business.
I've been asked several times, how come we didn't do a full-on plugging of the entire golf course while it was closed? And I know we didn't know when it was gonna reopen, but there was some reasons why we didn't go ahead and do that.
Yeah, Doug, simply on that, it would be timing. Timing would be the answer. The reason why we're doing the aerification is to relieve compaction, increase whether it be nutrient or water mobility through the root zone. So the later in the fall that we can do those practices, the better the greens will be set up for the winter months where they're not actively growing. So it just doesn't do us any good to double up or do earlier aerifications. It really doesn't help, because what you're trying to do is set up success for the winter months, which again would be better suited for July or August, the later months.
Fantastic, and we wouldn't have to do it the third time.
Correct.
Andy, tell me about the operations while we've been closed.
Absolutely. As Robert mentioned, some of our staff has gone over to help him with some of his bigger projects. But then I have our outside staff. The first week we were closed, we took the time to do, again, what is normally our summer projects. We moved all the carts out of the cart barn, we sanitized and pressure washed the downstairs area in the country club building. We removed all the golf bags from the bag storage, we sanitized and cleaned the entire bag storage area, and then we moved on and started working on golf carts. So we detailed all 44 of the lease carts, the fleet carts we have, and then we detailed the 29 member carts that are stored at the country club building. And once we were through those carts, we moved on and we offered that service to the membership. So for the last 2 weeks or so, we've been going to members' houses, we pick their golf cart up, we bring it to the country club, we detail it, sanitize it, and return it to them. And I think at this point we've done 53 of the private carts that aren't stored on property. So they've basically detailed and sanitized about 100 golf carts. And then our golf shop staff, in the shop, again, we removed all the product from the shelves, from the racks, we sanitized the shop, we had the carpets deep cleaned, we've re-merchandised the shop, and we took that time to receive quite a bit of product. We also went through all the storage areas and the closets in the country club building and removed a lot of old items, old files, that sort of thing, and kind of took this time to do a deep spring cleaning.
Fantastic, and a creative way to use all the employees.
Absolutely.
Our most cherished asset at the club.
Thank you, sir.
So Robert, tell me what the golf course is going to look like when we inevitably open here shortly.
Good question, Doug. The golf course has had a big break from golfers being on it each and every day. So what you would see right now is the absence of ball marks. There are no divots. The golf course is pristine right now. What I would like to see is coming out of this is that our members show respect, and that each ball mark is made, they fix that one and one other, that they repair their ball marks and divots as they go throughout the golf course, and it will remain in as pristine shape as it is today.
Fantastic. Andy, tell me what we're gonna look at operationally when we show up to golf for the first time after the reopening.
Absolutely. Golf at Royal Palm will change. It will not be, the social aspect will be limited. What we are going to do for initially, we will be following all of the CDC guidelines, the social distancing guidelines. We also have several things that are specific to golf that we're going to put in place. First of all, we will not have any shotgun starts or any group starts. We're trying to discourage gatherings. We're trying to discourage those people from getting together at the putting green to make their game. So we're going to require people to make a tee time. They're going to show up in their foursome, play golf at their tee time. Right now we have it still set at 10-minute intervals. We may move that to 15 minutes depending on how this goes in the next few weeks. We will have all the rakes removed from the golf course. So we'd ask the members to play preferred lies in the bunkers. If you find yourself in the bunker in a footprint, you're going to be allowed to move that to the nearest clean area, play from that spot. There won't be any penalties for that. We'd ask you to leave the flag in place. We don't want anybody touching the flags. What we did do is we added to Robert's team, when they finish setting the pin in the morning, they're going to sanitize that flag and sanitize that cup. And once they leave, the members shouldn't have any contact with the flag. They don't need to remove it. And what we did is we installed some risers in the bottom of the cup that keeps the ball up just below the top edge of the cup, and it's easy to get your golf ball out of the hole without having to really reach down in the cup and touch the flag and touch the edge of the cup. And the other things we did from a staff perspective, we will be sanitizing all the golf carts. There will be any touch points on a cart will be sanitized before and after play. We have also removed any communal items like tees and scorecards that were all staged at the first tee. You are going to have to request those from a staff member. We will have staff there with gloves, with masks, and they will hand you the tees and scorecards. So there'll be a little bit of an interruption, but our biggest goal is to get people back on the golf course, get them out of their house, and get them playing golf again.
Will they have access to the locker room?
We will have access to restroom facilities. We are discouraging the members from using their lockers. Initially, if you take items out of your locker, we're going to ask you to take those items home with you. But we will obviously have access to restroom facilities, and we will have staff sanitizing those facilities on the golf course, the 3 restrooms on the golf course, and both the locker rooms in the country club.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to that happening, believe me.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate the answers to the frequently asked questions.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
My pleasure. So unfortunately, with the closure, we've been given the opportunity to get the golf course in pristine condition. Robert and his staff, with the help of others, have done so. And I would ask, as the Greens and Grounds Committee Chair, that you continue to practice keeping the golf course looking perfect. We also ask that you follow the CDC guidelines implemented at the course, not only for your safety, but the safeties for others and for the staff. We look forward to seeing you on the golf course very soon. Thank you.